Alrighty, so yes, last time we played, we had a rather mute Yuri, and that's okay, things happen. But you guys had picked up in the midst of the chaotic battle when you first arrived on the port on Kashyyyk. Upon knocking a couple of them out and further questioning, you got the information that they were Republic soldiers who had crash landed on Kashyyyk and had been surviving, and were trying to find their way off planet. Shortly after questioning them and caring for them, your contacts on Kashyyyk, a Twi'lek by the name of Mission Veo, who is friends with Revan, and the chieftain Wookiee Zalbar, met up with you guys. You kind of grilled them a little bit on, Isaidus' doings. They didn't really have any answers for you, but they did point you in the directions of the Shadowlands, the fabled underbelly of Kashyyyk, where all the wild animals live. It's tremendously dangerous. In fact, the Wookiees only peril down there for their coming-of-age ceremonies. And after a little bit of a debate, it was decided that Revan would assist with guidance, but if the trouble became too great, she would get the fuck out of there. And where we left off, you guys were making your way with the help of Revan, kind of guiding through the platforms, through these villages to this big, obviously it's big because Wookiees are also huge, but this huge basket that operates as an elevator. The Wookiees had already been told ahead of time to allow your group to get on there. And as you guys kind of make your way down, what was kind of a light area slowly gets darker and darker and darker and darker as you go down. On each four corners of the basket, pretty much. On each corner of the basket is a lantern that gives a little bit of light, but other than your immediate vicinity, it's pitch black. You start to hear the calls of the wild animals in the background as you descend. And a wild Rob, apparently.
Wow.
Ambiance, man, ambiance. But yes, you eventually make your way down. Io, however, because of your gifts, you cannot see necessarily the the trees all around you, but you can see kind of faint force signatures off in the distance. There are various animals on the trees, like monkey-like creatures crawling on the trees. There are several like spider-like shapes in nests off in the distance. There's a lot of different creatures based on their shapes around here. But otherwise, for the most part, as you guys enter this darkness, it's just absolutely pitch black and you can't see anything around you. But once you do get to the ground, Revan kind of steps forward and vaguely gestures for you to follow along with her as she kind of walks along a path. This path has got a couple of torches and it alternates from left to right side, several feet apart, enough to give you a vague idea where to go. But as you get further and further away from the basket, it's like the darkness just kind of shuts everything off behind you. And eventually the path does cut into three separate ways. Revan just kind of stops there for a moment, looking down each of these paths as you're hearing these animals behind you and around you and above you just kind of in their natural habitats, calling out to each other. Eventually, Revan, puts a finger to her lips, signaling for you all to be quiet. And she points down the leftmost path, signaling to start your journey down there.
Dell's going to use his implant to talk to the group. And he's going to say, so, are we just walking blind? Yeah. Or does the light attract them? What's the sit rep? Like, he sort of like looks around to the group. I don't know how many of you can see in the dark, but
I'm good. I'm just gonna hold on to IO. I'll be fine.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, wouldn't have we have? I'm sure they had lanterns and things like that we could bring with us, or no, or
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
we could have brought in
absolutely.
from the ship or something.
Dell sort of like holds out. It's basically a sight that you'd usually put on a gun. He sort of like holds it out. Yeah, this is night vision. If you need to look at a distance in the dark.
Del, do you have it active right now?
In my helmet, yeah. I can.
Veery just
on
like
my helmet.
Veery flickers her lightsaber on real quick. How's this gonna work? Then turns it off.
You do know that the technology that I currently have in my helmet automatically changes whether it's night or day and prevents me from being flashbanged.
Oh.
So disappointed.
Well, I'm just making sure. Yeah, no. I mean, I was just doing weapons check. That's all. What a great flower. Or she just like goes over to the flower.
Veery, why don't you roll me a deception check?
Oh shit. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Of the night.
That's pretty good.
First roll of the night.
Oh shit! I don't know how to do this. 4d6. It eats the 4.
No, wait.
How good it eats the 4? Away from the 4, yeah.
It eats the 6.
Shit! It's supposed to be 6. Fuck. Ah!
Just roll 2 more.
Roll 2 more.
Right.
3. Okay.
3.
Del, Rose, roll me an opposing perception check.
Oh no. Perception. That's a 1. I can't win because I have. Well, he has 3. I can get a 6. I can get a 6. Okay, let's try this. Well, crap. Haha! I got 3. Wait, why'd I roll 4? Fuck. Why'd I roll that?
I don't know.
Hold on.
You messed it up.
Try it again.
Oh no, my perception's 2. Shoot.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
My perception is 2. And I have 1 cunning. So I did roll right. Okay. I'm being stupid. I'm sorry. I still can't see shit. So.
Okay. Yeah, as far as you can tell, yeah, she was just doing a typical weapons check.
Right. Anyone else want it? Because this doesn't give off light.
No, I'm totally fine.
I got my own.
He looks to like Varian Ven and then Revan.
Veery's totally waiting for the 2 masters to see what they're gonna say first.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was What is it that he's holding out?
It's basically a night vision sight that he's taken from one of his guns. It's just so you can see in the distance, like see night through the night into a distance.
Oh, sure, I'll take it.
Yeah,
hand it
I mean,
over.
why wouldn't we want it? I mean, it'd be so cool.
Might be useful.
Revan just kind of smiles a little bit and kind of taps her temple right by her eye, and she goes, I'll use the Force."
Right.
Yeah,
Shit,
we
that was
all
the answer
have
Vera was
force.
worried about. You're just gonna tug on Io's jacket. She's just gonna like hold on to Io the whole time. I mean,
Okay.
pretending like she can see in the dark, but she really can't.
I just
Okay.
kind of like reaches over and pats her hand.
Was looking straight up.
You can't tell where he's looking in the dark.
I can
That was
see.
creepy.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Mira is going to pull this lovely hat out of her bag.
I
It
love
lights
it.
up in a zipper kit.
She is such a teenager. It's so easy to forget sometimes.
Oh my gosh, it's adorable.
Right? It's got little rabbit ears that hang down and it lights up. And the eyes are like flashlights.
That's so cute.
I love it. Yeah. After you guys kind of get situated with your lights, Revan will start to lead her way down the path. Soon, however, the torches that were once lighting the path, at some point they just stop, and the only light that you have is your own. But you're still walking in a straight path. At one point, Revan kind of stops the group, and she just kind of looks over her shoulder at all of you, and she goes, "It's safe here, but I want you all to turn off your lights. I want to show you something."
Do we have to be like really quiet, or can I quickly load tracer rounds into my gun?
It's safe. There's no enemies nearby, but if it would make you feel better, you can. It's just trust me. You'll want to see this.
I do trust you. And he
Mira
like gets
will
someone.
pull the ears on her hat and it shuts the lights off.
Oh my God, that's cute.
That's cute. That's a cute one right there.
Dale's gonna load tracer rounds into his gun, just so it. Everyone else knows to shoot in that direction.
Okay. Do the rest of you turn off the light?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think Vera has a light, except maybe her phone. But after
yeah,
Sky
Io
looks
didn't
at
have a
her,
light either.
Her phone. She's been using an iPhone this time.
totally, yeah,
Oh,
100%.
100%.
It's like a detachable phone, you know, with a little like wrist guard, data pad. I mean, come on, it's the future.
It's cool. It's the future.
I mean,
I don't know, whatever she's been recording with.
as you all kind of shut off your lights individually, at first you're left in darkness, and other than the sounds of the animals, it's just quiet. But eventually your eyes become accustomed, and slowly you start to see things. There are plants that are starting to, you notice, give off these luminescent lights of blues and purples and greens and reds, and suddenly you guys are surrounded by this forest of this luminescent wildlife just glowing around you. And the colors start to kind of glow on your skin, and Revan's face has, like, on one side it's shaded with blue, on the other it's shaded with red, and she just kind of smiles at you guys and she goes, this is the Shadowlands.
I don't know what sort of metagaming the Shadowlands is doing, but it kind of has your one side red and one side blue. Does Shadowland know you were a Sith?
As you kind of are looking at it, you notice on one side there's like this luminescent, like feathery blue plant that has its leaves kind of arcing upward. And on the other side, there are these bulbs that are hanging down that they look floral, like flower bells, and they're beautiful colors of red, giving off this light from within. Meanwhile, the rest of you are covered like in this glowing light. Some of you have red, some of you have green, some of you have blue. You all are kind of in this luminescent rainbow of colors with the darkness behind you, and the shades of darkness. All you can see are these various luminescent lights. It's peaceful, almost.
Unfortunately, it just looks the same to Io.
It's straight up. What are we looking at?
Oh.
You're touching everything.
Oh, yeah.
What?
He sort of walks up and looks at the visor. You can't see the colours, can you?
He didn't say anything. It was an out of character comment that it just looks the same.
I know, but Del, we all know that he's basically blind and he only uses the Force to see.
No.
What? He's blind? We don't know that.
No.
Mary doesn't know that. Viri
We
doesn't
don't
know
know
that. No. We've never
We-
seen
we
him without
make-
the sunglasses on.
We make jokes about, like, him being blind all the time because he keeps looking away.
Out of character, yeah.
Character.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought that was
Look-
all in character.
Well, I'm pretty sure Ven
You're
and
about
Revan
to
have been known
existential
the whole
crisis.
time, but yeah.
Oh yeah, Ven and Revan know. So that's nothing.
Right, so instead, Dell's going to
Del
turn
knows,
around.
Fury doesn't know.
Instead, Dell's going to turn around and go, "You're right there, Io. Is it a bit bright for your visor?"
No, it's totally fine.
Fury like
As
walks
he's
into a
just-
stump.
Right?
Shit, how does Io see so well?
I think the best part about it, though, is his visor looks like it's like some super high technology thing, but it's just literally a piece of plastic that sits on his face.
Mm-hmm. I love it, though. It's great.
So where are we heading off to?
After you guys kind of have this moment where you're surprisingly untouched by anything other than just in this realm, eventually Revan kind of gestures for you all to resume turning the lights on, and once your lanterns and stuff are lit, the luminescent lights fade and you're surrounded by darkness again.
Lane?
get-
That was really cool. Sorry. Fury gets back in line.
It is cool.
Yeah,
See, yeah, sorry guys, I wasn't really
Shadowlands.
paying attention, but I don't know where we're going. So, where are we going?
Revan's leading us somewhere. That's about all I know.
Oh, okay, so then I am caught up.
Revan kind of chuckles and she goes, "We're going through the Shadowlands to see if we can find what Isaidus was doing here with the Jedi and Force sensitives. So we're just kind of going along a familiar path of mine."
Cool.
And then your group kind of continues along this path as Revan leads the way. It feels like you go on forever. There's just this looming darkness around you. The chattering of the animals, you hear branches above you moving, but nothing comes out. You're just surrounded in this orb of darkness. It feels like forever, but eventually in the distance you start seeing lights again. And as you keep walking, you come up on more torches. And eventually your path is lit up again. As Revan helps you maneuver across this trail, eventually you come to a fork in the road. You can either go left or right. And at this point, Revan kind of looks at you and she goes, "So there's two ways to go around this. It really doesn't matter which one we take. It's just they go either way. But on the one side, we'll end up walking the path of the river for a short jaunt, and Kinrath are known to house there, and we could come across them. The other path will take us through the jungle. We'll cross the river, but we'll also be walking through and nearby a nesting grounds for some meekles, flying animals. So just depends on which path you guys want to take. It's either way, we're gonna have to deal with the wildlife. But
Didn't they mention that it was mating season for Kinrath right now? Maybe it's wiser to go the other route and avoid them.
Fury chuckles.
that's true. But like I said, it's up to you. It's whichever you guys feel would be best.
Io starts walking down the right path. The path on the right.
I was like, wait, hold on, what? The left path that's right, or the right path that's right?
I was like, that went real metagame there for a second.
Fury follows because she's holding on to Io like a leash. So
Yeah, Io can't go anywhere without Viri, apparently, right now.
nope.
Would you advise that we stay as quiet as possible, even when eliminating the wildlife if we have to?
I would. The sounds of battle, the blood alone of the animals will attract bigger predators. It's best that we try to keep quiet, or they'll get there faster. The blood will eventually get them, but they do respond to noise.
Dale's gonna like holster his It's really funny, he's got a bunch of guns on him. He's basically gonna put away his his buzzsaw minigun. He's going to slowly pull out the sword.
Okay.
Who should lead the way?
I think I was. I've been near Revan most of the time. I think I was focusing on like kind of guarding her.
I think we should put Revan in the center of the group, along with Mira.
Sure.
Dove and
Something.
Hawk could follow up the rear with somebody. Io and Viri, where would you like to go?
It's dark. Dove is being hugged by Mira right now. That's Yep.
Hawk.
Yep.
The most adorable ears. I love the imagery.
It is.
Revan
can-
will walk up to Mira and kind of wrap an arm around her shoulders and just kind of hug her to her side.
Aw.
It's so cute.
Are you guys coming down this path? We're getting pretty far ahead.
Io really hasn't stopped.
Io's not stopping. And I don't want to yell. Oh shit! That's right. We have comms. I didn't mean to yell. Sorry.
Revan will. Revan will kind of laugh and go. All right, let's go. Mira and I'll. We'll stay in the middle. That's fine.
Yeah, so I think I'm just
And
sticking pretty close to them most of the time.
Okay. All right, so we can safely assume that everyone kind of quickly rejoins up with Io with Viri very closely, and so as you guys are kind of walking down this path, the darkness kind of narrows a bit. You feel like these looming walls are beside you before you catch, with the glimpse of light that the trees are much closer now. You're literally walking down a path with trees, just hugging the sides. If you are claustrophobic right now, is not a good day for you.
Good thing Io loves his small spaces.
Right.
True.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Okay.
I mean, he's one of those.
Viri completely failed her agility check. She's tripping all over the place. Damn it, my shins.
There. Yep. And then eventually,
Fury, are you having a hard time seeing?
No, I'm fine. It's
Is
just
it-
I'm not used to vines. I like the beach in the city. Planet's better.
I think I have headlight bunny slippers in my bag too.
Oh shit! Wait, I have hover boots.
Oh yeah, I forgot Io also
Thanks,
has
Mira.
those.
Wait, do I or is that Io?
Uh,
Remember, you gave us both something, right?
yeah.
Okay. Well, for the first time in game, Viri activates her hover boots, and she just
Yeah,
glides
Viri
behind
has a hover-
Io above the brushery.
yeah, Viri has like a hoverboard or something. Because like we went Skater Girl with her.
Oh boy.
All that pain was for nothing.
Oh boy.
Oh, I come into combat so much. Thanks, Mira.
You're welcome.
That moment when the players forget what their characters have.
In the
It has
meantime,
not been that long.
In the meantime, Mira still wants to be able to see better. So not only does she have her light up rabbit ear hat and she's holding on to Dove, she's gonna put her headlight bunny slippers on too. Yeah.
What's that film? There was a film with the character who played Anakin. I can't remember the film, but it was like you can't step in the darkness. You like vanish. Dang, what is it called?
Sounds terrifying.
It is scary.
But yeah, eventually the trees start to stop being so claustrophobic on you. And bump it up.
Oh Lord, combat.
Yep. So, yep, you guys will be about her.
Did we decide who's going up front and who's not?
I just know
Io and
I'm in the
Beery.
middle.
Mira
that's
is
true.
not anywhere near the front.
Or the back? Then
Lizzie,
What?
drag your token.
I'm trying to find it. It's all I see is black. Okay, there's everybody. Sometimes it's just so zoomed in that it takes me a minute to
Right?
figure out where the fuck everyone is.
I mean, if you zoom out a
Use
ways,
your
you'll find
force
everybody.
Eh.
So yeah, she'd probably be like there behind Io. Yeah. There you go.
Now we just
Hoverboarding.
need Amira with her hawk and dove out in the group.
I get
And
it.
yeah, Revan's joining you in this one.
oh Lord,
Nice.
distance for your clone army.
We got a pretty good stacking order. I mean, this is a good strategic one, you know?
It
All
works.
covered.
I feel like I'd be
Some
behind Mira
powerhouses.
though to make sure that there's someone in the back in case something comes in from the back. So you want to switch, Mira?
That's right, because wasn't Revan hugging Mira?
Yeah. Well, and I just don't like I wouldn't want Mira to be behind me in case something happened. So
Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay.
Oh, my OCD is gonna fucking kill me. Oh, you will see it too.
Well, then
Screw it, hold on.
scoot forward one, Del.
Think of it like a diagonal, you know? Like a diagonal. No? Okay. That's funny.
I love that. Cool. As you guys get a little bit closer, a little bit more kind of will pop out.
Oh shit, notes.
And as you guys are going down towards the left, you start hearing noises of scritching on like the tree bark. There's scrapes of claws and like fluttering sounds off over in this area.
I like looks towards that area. You're like,
It's Rhoda.
Now, you guys will not be able to see this. Io will, but you notice. Hold on. I'm getting them out.
Super Ahsoka.
they're kind of cute.
I'm
Why am I not
currently-
surprised by you saying they're currently cute?
Oh.
I'm currently murdering people in the memes chat.
Jeez, bro.
Yeah, it's okay.
Is that the Glamour Girls or the
Mhm.
Gilmore Girls?
That's the Gilmore
Like
Girls.
my
Yeah.
favorite is the one about the video game where it's like, oh, this door's locked. And Qui-Gon's like, the fuck?
You literally have a lightsaber. You can cut through the door.
That's how I felt in game. I was like, no, no Jedi's ever been stopped by a door before. Like, what is happening right now?
Didn't you just like chop up like 10 inches of steel bars just to get through here?
Uh-huh.
You can't even get through a 2-inch door.
Uh-huh.
Nope.
But anyway, yeah, Io, that is what you are able to see. The rest of you cannot see what I have just highlighted.
Are they like all
Wait.
flying towards us, basically, or just kind of fluttering in that area?
They are
Zubats.
becoming aware that there is something in where you guys are, so they will be moving towards you guys soon.
If everyone's like looking at Io, he's just kind of like staring off at the direction the sounds are coming from, and then he's just kind of like pulling his his knife and sword out, like, I don't think we can stay here long. Let's hurry up fast.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going as fast as you are, so I don't know why you're freaking out right now. So he's like clinging onto the back of your jacket like really hard.
He's just kind of like holding his sword and his knife in front of him defensively while hurrying along and kind of skirting away. Like,
I'm sure when you stop, Yuri like slowly drifts like past you because of just the momentum. Like, fuck.
Okay. So you're gonna try to sneak past?
It's gonna try to, yeah.
Roll me a stealth roll.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Since Beery's just floating with Io, does she get his stealth, or do I have to do a stealth as well?
Since you're just kind of being drug along, you get Io's stealth roll. For better or for worse.
Oh no.
Oh no, mine's probably better than Io's.
Okay, does the stealth suit thing that Io has that work here?
What's it say?
Okay. -1 to perception against you for a passive foliage suit. Reflex shadow skin. +1 advantage to stealth at night. Ugh, this thing is so tiny. Optical camouflage system. +2 to stealth. Superior customization. Oh, that's not related to that. And then there's notes about +2 stealth day and +3 stealth at night.
Yep. It is technically night. So yeah, that would definitely come in handy here.
So they'll
Do I
have a
know that other
-1 to
people
see
are-
me.
Do I know that other people are stealthing?
Beery probably
Um,
whispered back to everyone that Io has his weapons out, so yeah, I'm sure everyone's on guard.
Okay, if I'm doing this right.
Io has his fur up. I don't know what's going on. And then just floats away as Io sneaks up. Oh shit. Okay.
Hmm?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, Io. All right.
I think it's an 8 total.
That will get you past. You are able to stick to that side of the road, and you step so quietly that they do not notice you, but they are still kind of looking in this direction.
I love the image of Viri just floating about. It's so funny.
Totally. I was gonna ask Mira, are like the boots quiet, or is it like a rocket?
It's a repulsor lift, so there's a hum.
Okay. So probably not helping the stealth, but all right.
It's okay. They're like ugly but cute.
They're like Zubats. I hated that I loved them.
That's a word for them.
They do kind of look like that, yeah. Some weird version of them.
I'm gonna ruin the whole aesthetic for you by going. They only look like they're saying "her" all the time.
I know, yeah.
Meow. Yeah, see? You came to the wrong neighborhood, see? Meow.
I'm gonna say that you and Viri get to about here since you're walking very slowly, I presume.
Where do we get to?
Can you see my circles?
No, I don't see them.
Me neither.
Are they like here? Or
Yeah.
Here?
Like up here?
Okay.
There
Okay,
we
there
go.
we go.
Jesus Lord. But yeah, you'll get out there.
I see it.
So did
what are the rest of you doing after being alerted by Viri that Io, quote, has his fur up?
Dale's gonna go over the comms. Did you see something, Io?
His what?
His comms.
His fur up, like
Yes.
like
Yeah, fur.
something's going on. She's Io's savage, yeah.
Io has
Feral
fur?
instinct.
Classy,
No,
bougie,
Very
ratchet.
confused.
I'll explain later. Radio silence or whatever. He's whatever. I don't know.
All right.
Can't you hear those things?
No.
Can Dale look around? Does he see anything through his night vision?
You probably
Viri's
can see,
completely
like,
holding
a
on to Io like a
trio or
backpack.
here.
So I don't see them.
You can see at least these three over here. That one down
Okay.
there by Io and Viri, and then these two. But it sounds like there are a couple of more behind them.
So Dale's gonna like point out and like gesture into that area. We have a couple animals in that area. They don't look friendly.
Oh, I don't like that.
Just give me.
And Mira is going to activate her suit.
Does it generate noise?
No.
Thank God.
And suddenly, where Mira once stood, there is just the empty arm of Revan just kind of wrapped around her.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Can Dale like look around for a rock?
Yeah, I mean, you're coming up towards the riverbed, so yeah, there are a lot of rocks in the vicinity. It won't be very hard to find some.
Can Viri force lift the
Reach
rock
down
up
slowly.
into Dell's hand?
Does she know what he's doing? I don't think she can see him. Can she?
Probably not. But I wanted to do it.
She
No,
just
it's
force
fine.
lifts some random rock.
Here you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right. She can't.
Boulder into his face.
Alright, I'm just gonna. Fuck. So
I'll pick a different moment
If-
for that.
Oh no, I had a bad thought. Moving on. So Dell's gonna pick one up.
Okay.
And he's basically gonna reach back and pass one to Revan. Reach down, grab one, pass one to give Revan to pass one to Viri. No, Ven, sorry. And he's gonna gesture over this way, like to the right of where the group is. This direction.
Okay.
He's gonna slowly turn. Move the sets of rocks that I've given the two of you over to there. As far away as you can. Then use the force to bang them together. Make noise over there.
Ven just goes, I could just do that without the rocks.
Yeah, I was about to say.
with the force.
I think we need to talk on what you can do and what you can't do. I need like a spreadsheet of this shit.
I have told you a couple times what I can do, but it's fine.
I keep forgetting, apparently.
What are you guys talking about?
So, I do have a force ability. It's misdirect, and I can affect 6 targets. And they can like
Ooh.
perceive something that's not there, basically. So I can make like a bush over here like look like a person, or something like that. That's like moving around. I don't know what the role would be for that though. It seems like there's not, because I just spend force points to do so, but that might be wrong, and I just read it wrong. So
I'm gonna say you probably can do it. That would be kind of like a free action.
especially if they're like animals, it might not be even
Oh,
so
yeah.
much of a okay.
Yeah, they're running off of base instinct, so they just know that there is what they perceive to be a threat over in that direction. They go in there.
Sure, yeah. So that's what I would do, is I would affect all of their heads to think that there's something moving around over here. Like I'll just
Okay.
a bush or something.
Yeah. In the same direction that you're kind of gearing them towards, Revan will kind of lift a hand up and reach out through the forest, and you actually hear bushes moving where you directed them to. So Revan is giving you a helping hand.
Perfect.
Would Veery know that that's what they're doing to the bush? Curious.
Roll me a perception check.
Hmm.
This is
I
gonna
mean,
be
like,
great.
did they say it over the comm? Or is that like amongst themselves?
I think it's amongst themselves. I don't believe they said it over the comms.
Yeah, I
Right.
don't know why we would.
It
It was just kind of one of those, Ven did something, Revan saw what she was doing and acted, and there was no communication.
Okay.
Nope. Yeah, you do not know what the fuck is going on. You just hear bushes shaking over in, like, this vicinity.
Yeah, Veery starts shooting at the bush.
Oh God.
Sorry.
Okay.
She was probably like, oh shit! Yeah.
Pew pew.
Is that
Well, with that, you start hearing down south some screeches in the night across the rushing river.
Io just like smacks Veery.
Ow.
Just like her shoulder.
What? Did you hear that? What the fuck was that?
Nothing to concern us. We were far away.
Do you hear that?
Basically, yes. So yeah, I'm gonna need some initiatives here soon. Give me just a moment to finish revealing the areas.
It's okay, it'll give me time to figure out how to roll my initiative.
You roll the number of agility you have as d6s and then add the total. Like that. Hold on, do I have something that increases my initiative? I swear I do.
It's such a party stream. The water must taste very nice.
That's all that Io cares about. It's just like
His
death,
priorities,
destruction happening
man.
around him.
He's making notes, you know, for when he does the trial.
The trial? Oh, okay, yeah.
The coming of age thing.
Wookiees are like, yeah, we know a beast when we see one. I don't know if it was put into this group chat or another one, but I believe that the last 3 films, the sequels, are actually being removed from like lore. Like Disney is not counting them as lore.
Really?
Yep, that is indeed what I heard.
Like they're making them like something legends or something. Cause yeah, nobody liked the last one. Cause it didn't make sense.
So, Fury. So it's what, 6d6 plus 6? Is that right?
If that's your agility,
That's
then
your
yes.
roll, yeah.
And then quick strike plus 5.
Jesus.
Add gray square per rank of quick strike combat checks against targets of max. Yeah, okay. So
Hold.
6d6
Hold.
plus.
Jesus.
How? Like what?
I
Oh,
mean,
that's-
if they're
that's very
flying,
amazing.
they're. Oh, I was gonna say if they're flying, they're probably pretty agile. And it's like, oh wait, no, that might be Revan.
Oh yeah, no, that's Revan.
Makes
I
more
was
sense.
about to
You-
say, like, god damn.
I'm sure Revan was like, no, don't press the trigger. Ah, fuck.
I mean,
Probably.
Like sensing.
There's
that
probably
Fury's
just
about
a
to do
sigh
it.
from Ben, kind of like, all right.
A very audible sigh.
Yeah.
Yep, that's my Padawan. Yep. Yeah,
Yep, that
that's-
makes sense
I claim
Now
that one.
you know the
Yep.
pain that Obi-Wan went through.
so much.
You've never taught her this trick. She has no clue you can do this. Viri's probably like spreadsheet. Is there a spreadsheet?
We
Yeah,
all
can
need
I
a
have a copy of
spreadsheet.
that too, please?
Just CC me. It's fine.
Right? Yeah, you guys are gonna have a little bit of an advantage in combat with Revan on your side.
Oh,
Just a
whoa,
small
whoa,
one.
whoa! Why is there more? What the fuck is this?
Were you not paying attention?
No, I had like notes in my character sheet up.
Io and
Goodness.
Mira aren't on the turn order.
We have such a range.
That's because I did not see yours. There you go, 20.
Yeah, we're both 20.
I hate being stuffed up. Stuff doesn't work for Viri. It only works for Moriar. Moriar Invictus.
You leave Oreo out of this.
Excited. So excited. So excited.
Excited.
I am gonna need, when Rob gets back, Io and Mira to each roll me a d6 to see which one of them in the order will go first. We'll use that little token icon so I know that Mira is invisible. All right, let's see how you guys will handle the harder enemies. Welcome back, Rob. Perfect timing.
Yay.
I need you and Io to roll me a d6 to see which of you go first, because you both rolled the same initiative.
Okay.
It'll just make my life easier.
Sorry, I was typing.
No, you're fine.
Haha.
Mira
Yeah.
first
That's
it
not great.
is. Cool.
That's not great.
That's fine, because you have a little bit to think of what you need to do, because Revan is going to be going first. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and get this combat going. Viri, after you shot in that direction and heard all the screeches and the flapping wings starting to descend on you, you just kind of feel this sigh rather than hear this sigh coming from this direction. And out of the corner of your guys' eye, you just see and hear this hiss before this double silver blade comes out, and Revan shall go boop, doop, 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 boop, and she is going to attack. Fantabulous. And okay, cool. She also critted. So, because y'all got a badass on your side, you just see the silver blade move, and while she may be kind of out of your sight, you hear this screech before you hear the hissing of the blade going through a body and the blood just disintegrating on this hot piece of laser sword. And you just hear a thud as a body goes to the floor, but the silver blade is always there glowing in the night sky. And then she will
Bodies
go
hit
down.
the floor.
Mm-hmm. And then she gets another attack on that one. Still hits, but it doesn't crit. Okay, yeah, that one's not doing too good either. It's still alive, but it is very badly hurt. And that is Revan's turn. So Viri, you are up.
Ah, boo, 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 into wherever the sounds were coming from that they started going towards. So, like, the nearest thing I can see, probably in her light, will probably be this thing. She's just like unclipping her blaster. So, like, it's kind of like over Io's ear too, because it's like she's holding onto his back, and so it's kind of like just like one hand on his shoulder, just like firing blaster shots. Just like still floating in air as like a backpack. That's great. So I get quick strike. I get a +5 because I brought that up. Okay. What is it? Dang, where's my gun? I haven't used my gun in a while. There it is.
Where's your gun? It's on your hip.
I don't know where my gun is. All right, 11 + 5. So what is that? 16.
Yes.
96. Eats the 4. Eats the 6. Hey, wow, not a single.
Damn.
Hit, but okay.
I mean,
I'll
it
still
still
take it.
hits.
And do it again. Oh, hey, that one's a great. So the first couple shots
Damn.
were for 13 points. And then accurate. Well, oh, actually, so that's 10 and a 9, actually. And they have Pierce 2. And it's 13 points each.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely hurt him. You were shooting at this
Oh,
one,
and the
right?
second one was a crit, so it
Yeah.
ignores soak, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's probably just now starting to calm down a little bit, but yeah, that's her pew 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 turn. And then like she's probably like
Yeah.
floating with momentum this way around. That's her turn.
Okay. Del, you are up.
Okay. Yep, we can get about there. Dale's gonna run out. And he's gonna make the first attack ever with his new sword.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Mhm.
8 to hit. 8
That
dice to
hits.
hit. Oh. No. Hold on, no. I mean, like 8 dice. Need to roll.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry. Okay. I crit on 2 6s. Didn't get the crit. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 3.
That does not hit.
Okay. As my minor action, I'm going to activate my shield. Which glows. Yay.
Okay. Alrighty. Mira, you are up.
Just about everybody's run away from me. But Vin is still here.
You know it.
So I'm going to jury rig Vin's lightsaber.
Yes.
Ben's like,
Fuck
that's why I stay by Mira.
Yeah. That's why I waited a couple minutes.
Viri's still probably like, Ben, how do you go like Super Saiyan with your lightsaber? I don't get it.
Can you teach me how
And
to do that?
Mira's just gonna move over here. And I guess Hawk will go over here and he'll go pew pew on that one.
Okay.
Pew.
One, 2, 3, 8 total.
That'll hit.
And it is close to me. So that's 36 points of damage. And the second shot is more than 8 for another 36 points of damage.
Alright, yeah. Hawk starts firing and it just manages to absolutely decimate the wings of this creature and it goes down.
Nice.
That's Mira's turn. She's gonna go hide over here in the corner.
Alrighty, Io, it is your turn.
All right, Zach, making sure that Viri is not holding on to him. He's going to charge forward to attack this
Still
guy over
around
here. He smacked her away.
Yeah.
And he's going to
Alright.
slash at it with his sword first.
Oh, Viri can't see.
One.
It's just this is my life now, drifting off into the
That's a
darkness.
7 to hit.
I was just about to say, just guys.
Does the 7 hit?
The 7 does hit.
And it gets a crit.
Nice.
That is
Fantastic.
61.
Damn, yeah. You go absolutely fucking berserk savage and just like Revan, totally annihilate with just blood all over the grass below you. Not that many people could see it, but you could hear the wet splatters.
I'm mad I just slapped Fury away. Like, you're fine. I can't see Io.
Just crosses her arms as she drifts away.
It's okay, Miri. I know where you are. I'll come back soon
I don't know
to
where
get
I
you.
am.
I'll come back eventually.
I say eventually because he used up all his movement getting there, so he can't move anymore for this turn.
Alrighty, so then it is their turn.
Oh, damn. I did not move down to see all those guys. Woo!
Right? That's what I was like. And now Fury's like just floating midair, and then all of a sudden someone comes behind her, like, oh shit!
I can totally
Hey,
imagine
look,
what
they're
the
serving
attack
dinner
like
to
these would
us.
be like.
There's more! There's more! There's more!
I can see. I
We're
can
being
tell that there's
surrounded.
more.
It's an ambush. It's the Sith. We're gonna all die. And Fury is not taking this well right now.
Is it because it's dark? What?
No, it's because it's me coming out here, and I'm like, I don't do bugs well, and so Fury doesn't do bugs well. In a dark, damp forest, can't see anything, and something just like attacked her from the back. She's in like, her lightsaber's just about to go like everywhere.
It's like a wild bug zapper. Just...
Yep, 100%.
Fury's gonna have her own disco soon.
Yeah, I was gonna stay away from that until she's done.
Yeah, she's Zelda striking shit right now, like hiya in a circle.
I love it. Alrighty, so there is going to be an attack on Viri, Del, Revan, Hawk, and Io.
Yay! Can they
I'm
hit?
imagining just like a small flop, like moth hitting me in the neck and like freaking
Alrighty.
out, just like ugh.
Bzz.
Turns out none of their hits actually get you. It's just a tiny moth that,
Yeah,
bumps into your
exactly. That's
cheek.
exactly what I'm.
Right?
That's exactly what I'm picturing. Like they're not even harmful to us.
Alright, so this first one is going to go against Hawk.
Watch them be like totally killed.
Oh, damn. That's not
No.
gonna hit, is it?
Okay. This one will go against Revan. Haha, no.
I can
The next one
already
against
tell you
Del.
no. They can't even hit me.
No.
I figured not, but we'll see. They could roll all sixes.
True.
Okay.
It is highly unlikely.
They are also
Well-
all animals, so
Technically, all sixes still wouldn't hit. Just saying. Unless you consider it like a nat 20, where it automatically hits.
Yeah,
That's-
that is a good
alright.
Thank
question.
you, Mira.
These guys need
Ah.
like 13 dice just to even try to hit us.
Pretty much. That's why I'm like,
I mean,
okay, I don't.
I-
Next
I
time,
feel like
you're
if
gonna
they-
take the intro.
If they get all sixes, I feel like that should almost warrant a hit.
That should be an
because
auto
absolutely
hit,
amazing
sure.
to get that many.
I agree with that for sure.
I mean, I'd love that hit. I mean, just-
upgrade.
Technically, it's only a 12. Just saying.
Technically,
Technically.
Actually, if they did get all sixes, they would hit Io.
when she's not at guard, I think I'm a 14. When I'm at guard, I'm a 17.
That's
yeah.
okay.
So
oh, like
they
I
would
said,
have to get me when I'm sleeping.
it's don't worry. This fight is not gonna be over anytime soon. Then it is your turn.
Right.
Sure.
Oh.
Oh, where's my little text?
it's gonna be
Oh, there it is.
over so soon.
5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. Then I guess I will do the force power binds. And I can do. Hold on, sorry.
Oh, I just figured out what I'm gonna do next turn. This is exciting.
Yeah, so I can do 3, I think. So I will do this one, and this one. Because
Nice.
I don't
Okay.
feel like I could probably get these guys. Because they're pretty far away.
That's
Good
fine.
move first, right?
Hmm?
Have you moved yet?
Yeah, I already moved. I was in the back,
Oh.
so.
Oh, never mind.
So yeah, I'll just get the ones in front of you guys so that you can get them really fast.
Okay.
Can't you move
Um,
6 squares?
I did move 6 squares.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
She was way up
We're
at
not
the
even 6
top.
squares behind you. 1, 2,
What?
3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I guess I could get a little closer then.
I was like 5, 10.
I was literally,
Wait,
I was so
off?
focused. I was so focused on following the path. I was counting each square for the path. I wasn't actually counting the squares.
I love it.
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, I feel like I probably could reach these guys. Can I get 3 right here? This little bundle,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
they can't move.
You're welcome, master.
I just want to make sure. I don't think they. I don't think they have to roll anything, but they
No.
just get disoriented for
Was
5
it-
rounds
Oh yeah, you upgraded it.
because it's equal to my willpower.
Yep. So yeah, there are 6 of them now that can't move, or just those 3 down there.
Just a 3.
Okay. Alrighty, and was that it for you?
Yes.
Alrighty, it is now Revan's turn. I'm pretty sure it'll work, but whatever. That hits. So she will finish that one off. And then she will focus on this one that Dell was attacking. Or rather, trying to attack.
This guy is so cool.
That Master Jedi.
Yeah.
Apparently, she will not hit. Alright, that's fine.
Revan always hits. I don't know what you're talking about.
Alrighty. So, yep, that is her turn. Viri, it is your turn. And yeah, you kind of have a screeching animal in your face now.
Did you get my message?
Screeching animal.
Yes, I did. And yeah,
I'm gonna do
now
something
would
else,
be a-
but I just was.
it would be a good timing for it, yes.
Okie dokie. I wasn't sure. I have no clue how it works then. But I think in her moment of freaking out, like she like raises up her hands as like almost trying to like do a force push, but then like freaks out and purple electricity just erupts from her hands in lightning as Vera gets blown back like this way in her momentum. But I have no clue how it works. DM.
You would utilize it with the same rule as a melee attack.
Dark side.
Row. You said as the melee?
Yes.
Hello?
I mean,
Yeah, she said yes.
Affirmative.
Okay, I didn't hear. Nothing's coming through on my side.
just because usually Sith use this, I don't see why not anyone could use it.
I actually have backstory reasons for or not backstory reasons. I actually have research for it.
You have
that-
backstory reason?
Not backstory reasons, but I was actually did a whole lot of research into the legends and Star Wars lore to make sense of it. But this is actually Angie's idea, not mine. Just putting this out there.
I need to know reasons.
So melee? I don't have any.
You
Brawl.
you use lightsaber, right?
Oh, I use my
That's a
lightsaber.
melee
One? Is that what you're
attack.
saying?
Yes. You would use it like a melee attack.
Just like
So,
a
yes.
lightsaber. You're saying?
Yes.
Okay. All right then. Just curious. Not good. I don't know, 3. Probably
With the
5
fact
of
that
the whole forest.
given the fact that it's kind of a
Maybe.
burst and they were not expecting it, I will give you the advantage and it will hit. So it'll utilize the same damage as your lightsaber.
I'm sorry, it keeps on breaking. I don't know why it keeps on breaking on my side. It said it utilizes what?
The same damage as your lightsaber.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me get back to that. Which one? Is that 3? I guess they're all the same, pretty much. So 32.
Okay. Okay, that did a fair bit of damage.
And then you guys just hear Veer go, "Holy shit! That was cool. I didn't know I could do that."
The more you learn about yourself.
The more you know.
Amazing what you can discover.
Rob, I will send you my research.
Yes, please. I would very much like to take a look at the research.
This was literally
Can I
like
see the research too.
Yeah, just send
I mean,
it to everyone. I don't want to see.
yeah.
Yeah.
So technically, this is all after us, if that makes sense. So like, there's nothing of this research that would be, from what I've found, over timeline. I mean, it wasn't, but
Alrighty. Is that everything you were going to do in your turn?
Technically,
I mean, yeah, I think that would freak her out and excite her. So, yeah, I don't think she would have enough wherefore to throw a grenade. Plus, she's kind of like hovering backwards with the momentum, so she's probably stabilizing herself as much as she can on the hover boot.
whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, she's getting.
Alrighty. Dell, it is your turn again.
I'm a swing at the bat.
You have
do
to
it.
be out. You have to be out. Swing at the
Be
be
out.
out.
Okay, it's a crate. 1, 2, 3,
Oh
4,
boy.
5, 6, 7.
Oh boy.
So
I have
doesn't
yet to
the
upgrade
one-
Dell's sword yet.
Doesn't the one tank
Not
away
with
crit?
his sword.
does it?
Yeah. One
No.
should take away crits. It
No
cancels.
crits.
It cancels out crits.
It's so disappointing. It happened. I know the feeling.
Yeah, multiple times.
It does 10 damage.
Okay. It's hurting fairly bad now.
It's so disheartening.
Right, especially on the weapons where you need like a 3 and you finally get 3 6s, and then it's like, oh no, there's a 1 in there. It's like, no.
My sword only needs 2, and it does like, because I've got Vicious 4 on it, it does like 40 something damage extra if you get crit.
Sounds right.
That's what Vicious does?
I believe so.
I always
Yeah,
thought it
that's
just
what
added
Vicious does.
like,
Yeah, Vicious
Vicious
adds
gets a
10
+1 when you
for-
crit. +10, yeah. When you crit.
yeah. Plus 10
Jesus.
whenever you crit.
All
Vicious
this
is good.
time, all this time, I could have been doing like hundreds of damage.
Well, that's why I thought I was doing so much damage, is because of Vicious. Wasn't it like in the 60s?
no, it's because
or-
of his lethal blows.
Oh,
And,
damn.
and
Oh,
it's,
shit.
And it's because Mira has fully upgraded his. Well, no, I don't even know if I fully upgraded his weapons now.
So-
She has upgraded his weapons.
So if he has Vicious 2, that means that's an extra 20 damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you,
Yeah.
Jesus.
And there
Okay,
were-
I'm gonna have.
I think that's a
They're like-
homebrew that you guys came up with, right?
No, that was the ruling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's actually.
Well, no, because the
Double
official
up
ruling
Vicious.
is supposed to be it's like a critical table that you roll from. Didn't you guys switch it over to the damage?
No, it's an official. It's an official Angie ruling.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
True. There you go. That's a good way of putting it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go and redo his his damage.
Guys,
Just a
I've been
side
playing
note.
with a handicap the whole time. It's totally
That's
fine.
So,
It'll be okay.
just so you know, you can also like get add-ons to your weapons to make them deal
Oh.
more vicious damage.
Yeah.
Like that's what I
Alright.
did with my sword. It went from Vicious 3 to Vicious 4.
Alrighty. Dell, is that it for your turn then?
Yep.
Alrighty, Mira, you are up, dear.
Mira's gonna stay where she is, cause she's in a good spot. So just stay right there. Can I? Let's see. How dark is it? Is it like dark enough where people are having a hard time seeing these things?
Yeah, unless it starts getting fairly close, I'd say within about 15 feet of you, it's hard to really see them.
Oh boy, I don't like that. I will use a destiny point and pull glow sticks out of my bag and throw them into the middle of the stream.
Okay, yeah, that'll start lighting up the area.
Just
You know,
just glow sticks.
The glow kind of catch your guys' eye, and you'll see like these three down here just kind of hovering, and these three starting to try to cross the river.
How deep is this river?
About mid shin deep. It's really not too terribly deep. Less
Okay,
than
so
a
I
foot.
can charge through with little issue.
Oh yeah.
And Hawk is just going to attempt to I guess shoot the one that's like right next to him. Cause yes.
Okay.
Okay, well the second one is a crit. The first one still hits. There's 8 successes. But the second one alone is 76 damage.
Yeah, he's dead. He does not quite have that much health.
Yeah. And that'll be it for Mira. She gotta chill out over where it's safe. Cause not gonna mess with the bats things. Yeah.
Alright, that's fair. Io, it is now your turn.
Well, on the nasty little bat right next to him, he's going to attempt to slash at it with his sword.
Okay.
That is That's an 8 to hit.
That hits.
And that looks like it's a crit because he just needs the 1/6, not 2. And with the newly configured, because now I know what he's hitting with, that crit damage is going to be 76.
Yay!
Yep.
Nice.
He is down again. A bloody pile of what used to be an animal is at your feet. So
And then he's going to run through the river over to this guy here and try to hit this one right here with his knife.
all right, yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
I don't think it's saying that's a 3.
Nope, that does not hit.
It's a little out of reach. He's kind of flailing at it like, I see you there.
Come down here, you coward!
You could totally hit
Right?
it.
I won't let you win
Totally
despite your
hit it.
high ground.
I have the
Alrighty.
high ground. It's over, Anakin. Oh boy. We're gonna get demonetized for sure.
Oh yeah.
I
Have we
mean,
ever even been
can you be
monetized?
demonetized? Yeah.
Yes. I have monetized us.
Alrighty, so there's going to be an attack on Dell, an attack on Viri, and 3 on Io. So we'll do Dell and Viri first. Doubt that hits. Doubt that hits. And the
Holy
next 3
hats.
are all on Io.
Nope. He's fending them off with his blade.
He's doing very well, too, because they are rolling a lot of ones. Jesus Lord. Alrighty, Ben, it is now your turn. Rachel.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought you were talking to someone else. I was really focused.
She said then.
I was really I'm trying to get this poster for a podcast we're doing done, and I have the weekend to finish because I have a giant commission right after that. So I was really focused on making a texture of fabric look like silk. I'm really sorry. Okay. So hello DM question.
Then no working during work time.
Right?
She's like hunched over a sketchbook, like as you guys are all fighting for your life.
Oh yeah, we're in combat.
Oh, sorry. She just
You
force
freelance
pushing
on
that
your
as
own
they
time.
get close. Okay, question. So my Padawan just shot lightning out of her hands. So what sort of what would I be thinking? Like when it comes to what's the teaching about that and things?
Serious fucking
Like,
Ben.exe.
oh my god!
This isn't in the Jedi Master Handbook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not teach her that one.
Yeah.
I'm not going down for this one. Looking over to Revan, wasn't me.
Yeah.
Nope. Was this you?
Well, yeah, it would be more like, Revan, did you teach her this? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, if you would glance over at Revan about that, Revan would just shrug like, I don't
He was
fucking
like,
know.
I don't know.
Both the masters are just like,
Revan doing
oh
it?
god.
Like, what the heck? Well, what's the I guess thought behind lightning? Like, do you happen to know that? Because I don't out of character.
It's
Um,
evil.
Why do they say it's evil though? Do you know why?
Because
Because most of
typically
the
they're
lightning comes from hatred.
yeah.
Yeah.
In this case, you would have probably heard her shriek in fear. and then
Right.
seen it. So yeah, it's a little disorienting because that's usually tied with anger, but it was almost like it was
Yeah.
accidental and she freaked out. So it's a little disorienting to you. You're not sure what to make of that. It definitely,
Okay.
I mean, you don't feel any hatred from her, more fear and surprise, which
Okay.
is not commonly associated with lightning. So it's on the we must talk about this later book.
Right. Yeah. So it wouldn't necessarily be an alarming in the way of, oh my gosh, she's channeling the wrong emotions. It's more alarming that, okay, no one knows what's going on right now, type of thing.
It's cause she is
Basically.
evil.
Her. So, yeah, I guess, well, now I'm close to these things, which is nice. I guess I'll just go up to this one and start swinging at it, and I'll look at you and be like, or I'll look at, Veery, like, kind of a look like, we got to talk about this later.
That was fucking cool, wasn't it? Why did you ever teach me that one?
We'll talk later.
Hold
Swing.
back. Okay.
Ooh, that's a lot of ones and some sixes. One.
I called dibs first.
I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it 5?
Six. Oh,
That
It's
equates out to
3.
3. Yeah, that
forgot
doesn't
about the one.
It doesn't hit.
Nope, it does not.
Okay, I'll swing again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
4.
4.
55.
A 4 will
For the
hit.
ones. You gotta remember 1 minus is 1.
Okay. That is. Okay, jury rig is more.
Jury
For some
rig
reason-
adds 10 damage.
Cool. So that's 40 damage.
Yes.
And 3.
Heals. Heals.
1, 2, 3.
All of the damage.
I'll never see damage.
Did I hit that last one, Ange?
Nope, you did not.
Okay. Veery threw her off. She's
Right?
too busy looking at her. She keeps missing. She did get one hit in though. I'm done.
Alright, that is fine because he's not doing too good. And then we're back to the top of the order with Revan. He's gonna attack the one by Dell. Okay, that one does not hit. She gets another attack. Better. Okay, that's better. That hits. Alrighty, and that knocks that one down. Then she gets to move. She will go down there to help Io and just kind of braces herself with her sabers. Veery, now you're up.
Let's see. So this one's still up.
Yes.
She's gonna kind of like look at her hands and be like, "All right, this is super cool." Is she gonna try it again? Would she still be able to like activate it again without training or like without freaking out, or would it like not happen?
You know what? Roll me a well, hold on. Rob, even or odd?
She's also in a very excited mode, so she's not in the right emotional state.
Okay. Rob said odd, so
Because it's odd for there to be lightning coming out of people's fingers.
fair point.
Did roll you a d6?
Yes.
I don't know why things are breaking up. I can't. What did you say?
Roll her
Roll
a d6.
D6. Okay. All right. Okay. Ooh.
All right.
shizzle.
Yep. It will hit. It will. Yeah.
Oh,
Because
with the one?
Rob chose odd
Oh,
numbers.
that's why you said odd. Gotcha.
Mhm.
Nice. Okay, so it does activate then.
Yes.
Okay, so then I'll roll 11d6. Oh, shizzle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9.
What's your lightsaber crit level?
Jesus, that's a lot of sixes.
1, 2, and a 1.
Mm.
So even with my 2, that would hit.
So yeah, you kind of like realize, oh my god, I just shot lightning out of my hands. That's so fucking cool. And so you try to focus your energy
Yes.
on that, and suddenly, like, the tips of your fingers glow purple, and lightning shoots out in this stream of light. And kind of in slow motion, you see this creature electrocute, and you can see its bone structure for a moment, and eventually, as you stop the lightning, its body just collapses into a burnt, charring husk, just steaming up into the night sky.
Veery
Got barbecue
100%
tonight.
started laughing hysterically like Io. Just like, yes! Like, yeah, she just channels her inner Io on that one. And then she kind of looks over at Veery. It was just like, what? And then just starts like, I don't know. You can see Revan's lightsabers, right? Over here?
Yes.
Okay. I think she'll start hovering that way then. So 5, 10.
Io
15.
heard the laugh and he fully approved of the laugh.
Yeah, then now you're a little bit more worried.
Right, for sure. Okay,
Alrighty.
I'll do something. I think.
Yeah. Del, now it is your turn.
Okay. Dale was unsettled, seeing as he actually ever heard something like that. Oh, God, hold on. Seeing as, like, he's dealt with Sith before, he's used that shit, it's not nice.
True.
Dale's gonna run there. His suit's waterproof. Excellent. So he doesn't
I
get
don't know
wet
who's-
feet.
I don't know whose mic I'm hearing, but it kind of sounds like it's raining and there's like water and it's kind of appropriate for all of us by the
Hold on.
stream.
If I remove this, tell me if you hear it still.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I cut off.
Like
You
a
hear it
fan
again?
or something?
Yeah, I have a fan on. It's on, okay? It's
It
on.
makes sense. No, it sounds like it's raining outside, like you're, fighting
Some
in the
nice
rain.
ambient noise.
Oh my god, for once people like it when I have a fan on. Oh my lord. Mom, get the camera!
I mean, it's 106 degrees here right now, so.
106. God, I gotta
1,
calculate
2,
that in
3, 4, 5,
Celsius.
6.
Yeah,
I
a
should
3
have
will not
used.
hit.
Should have used Destiny dice. Okay.
Holy Christ, I'd be dying if I was over there right now.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's my thing.
Alrighty, Mira, it is now your turn. You just heard that terrifying cackle along with the lightsaber, like on the other side of these trees. But you're also hearing your friends crossing the river to get down over here.
Yeah, that terrifying cackle takes way more priority.
Understandably.
I'm going to spend another destiny point and pull a camouflage blanket out of my or out of my bag and then cover up with it and just lay on the ground.
Aw.
Nope.
We don't know.
Nope. But Hawk is braver than Mira is. So he will come up over here and then shoot this one over by Io.
Okay.
2 shots. That's going to be over 100 points of damage.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not sure exactly how much it is, but first one
How
is
much?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 9. The first one is 9 total successes to hit for 36 points of damage. The second one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The second one is 14 successes to hit for 76 points of damage. So
That is
112 damage.
Okay, like, I know that Viri was kind of overkill on a corpse, but you are kind of doing the same thing.
No, I'm not. Mira is hiding underneath the blanket.
Okay, no. Hawk is. There, I clarified.
Hawk is a droid. He doesn't understand overkill.
Apparently. But yes, yeah.
Visual killing machine.
Target.
Their vital signs.
Hawk understands shoot it until it stops moving.
If you stay still, will it stop shooting?
Quite possibly.
Loophole.
Oh, jeez.
I can imagine Miri getting caught in Mira's room, just like not moving for like an hour until she comes back. I set off your alarms. I didn't want to get shot.
Alrighty, is that it for you?
Yeah, that's Mira's turn.
Alrighty, Io, you are up.
All right, sword to the one right in front. That may not hit. 9 minus 3 is
That hits.
6. Okay, so that does hit. 4, and I think it's still a crit because there's 4 6s and 3 1s. So that is 76 damage.
Alright, and you were going after this one?
The one in front, yeah.
Alright, yep, he is very much dead.
And then, with his knife, he'll aim for the one
Oh,
next
God.
to him on the other side.
Jeez, Lord. Alright, go ahead.
I think that hits. Jeez, that's a lot of 6s. And
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
that is a 75 damage from the knife.
Yeah, that definitely hit. And he is also dead.
He just kind of like does a fancy twirl with his sword and it like licks the back of his knife like the dullage. Because he's just like, yeah, fight.
Lucy, were you watching the memes?
I don't know, I don't think so.
Are you serious? Because I literally posted a meme of someone licking a knife like 30 seconds ago.
That's basically him right now.
Insane.
You know, I haven't been
I
paying
love it.
attention to the meme.
Creepy. That's awesome.
And he also laughs because he's just like, yes, this is a real fight.
Alright, before we go to their turn, Io, while you're kind of having your blood fest, you are able to see out of your peripherals through the force something that your friends have overlooked. There is something bigger headed your way.
Oh
And
no.
now that you've kind of looked, all of a sudden, this big hulking creature, a creature that you know what species it is in it's in your line of sights through the forest, and it is coming for you guys.
Yo, what?
Upon seeing that thing, Io is just going to give like a real, like just make a really savage noise and just like instantly ready to attack. No, like it's like a really vicious snarl, like a noise you'd never heard him make before. He
Jeez.
hates these things.
What the
Yeah, it is like this guttural, vicious, animalistic, rage-induced noise that, on par with Viri's maniacal chuckle, it chills even your bones, Del, to hear this. It's almost as if an animal made that noise, but it came from your friend. So that'll wrap up technically Io's turn. These guys can't move.
Uh-huh.
But I have to do a roll to get this guy into initiative order, so give me just a moment.
Yeah, I just did a willpower roll. That.
Yeah, Mira's not doing well.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
No, Mira's having
What?
issues.
Oh, it's over there. I just saw it. Okay.
I have to check the only person who has anything upgraded to maximum. Mira can do this. Are you saying Viri's the only one that you've upgraded? Is that what you're saying?
Viri is the only one that I've upgraded something that she has to maximum level that I can do right now. Everyone
I saw
else,
that.
you've gotten stuff upgraded by me in the past. It is not upgraded all the way.
My God,
It
let's
can be
upgrade this
upgraded
armor.
more. It can be upgraded more.
Can you upgrade the weapon? I don't actually know what else could be done to the knife and sword.
Oh, I have plenty that I could do to the knife.
Oh my gosh.
I can upgrade all the other things except for Viri's armor.
Alrighty, he is officially added to initiative order. He will start at the top of the order, but we will have to wrap up Ven's turn. So yeah, all of that happened within the last few seconds for you.
Oh boy. Okay.
Has it shown up on the map yet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's down at the bottom.
Oh, it's so tiny, guys. Why are we worried?
I'm sorry, that was a great voice.
Oh,
There we go.
There we go.
Now we can
That
worry.
makes more sense.
no, I'm sorry, guys. It was just really far away.
It just got closer now.
Imagine if
Alright.
it's still not on the map at this point. It's just like it's still running closer and closer and getting larger and
Oh
larger.
jeez, it keeps.
Oh, stop making it bigger.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we get it. We get it.
Is that
Okay.
its actual size, or are we just getting
Oh
to
God,
expanding?
no. No, I'm just fucking with Mike at this point. This is a nope, a little bit smaller. That's about his size.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be excited to fight it if it was that big.
Okay, I think I hit it with a crit.
That's a great roll.
Yep,
Mm.
you did. That was a very good roll.
Beat
Say
it,
that.
yes.
What is the
It's
damage?
40. 40.
It is barely hanging in there.
Okay. I will. Since it's barely hanging in there, can I force throw it at this thing?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we see it coming towards us. It's charging us, right? Like, it's not like it's just sitting there.
The view of the picture is exactly what you guys will see.
So it's like charging at us.
It is 100% coming at you guys.
Okay. So yeah, I'll throw it. I think it's 10 for each of them if I throw it at this thing.
Yes.
That was very good.
Alright.
That was fun watching that.
I just picture like smacking it and the little body just flying off to the side.
Yeah.
Actually, it
More
kind
just a
of
way
hits.
to get rid of it.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it hits the creature, and as it hit its chest, it kind of grabs it and digs its claws in and throws it to the ground. And full-on T-Rex stomps it into mush on the ground as this creature is still coming at you guys.
So I'll say to Revan, don't you dare get close to that thing.
You hear an audible, "Come on!"
And so I'm not sure, since I did an attack and then a force throw, I feel like if I did another attack, that'd sort of be cheating. So I will be done. Because I don't know
Alright.
how that even works, actually. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And it is Revan's turn. She will go over to here. And she will just kind of hold an action for it to get closer. And now it is the Tarantatex's turn.
It's quite a name.
Yeah.
Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
I can't wait to see Viri's notes on the name.
Oh shit! Notes. Fuck.
I
did so good with notes, and then I got so excited about the fight that I forgot.
oops. I
They
need
didn't say.
Ven and Viri and Io to roll me a cool check.
Sure.
This is not gonna be fun for Io.
Lost all my notes. I don't know what happened to them.
So why are they rolling a cool?
It's 2 successes at least.
That's good, at least. As this creature is coming up, it just lets out this bestial roar in response to Io, and its claws, huge, hulking. It could easily grab you whole, Del, as it's storming towards you, and it just lets out this echoing roar. Io, you for a moment see the vision vibrate. Everything in the force just kind of vibrates as it sends this force volley at you, but otherwise you're so enraged it doesn't do anything.
I will fight it blind if I have to.
Viri, you're surprisingly well focused. You're a little unnerved by the roar, though. It definitely upset you. Then, you, however, everything force-wise for the next round is like a light switch. It's just everything that is force-related that is not in your immediate vicinity, you are numb.
Sure. Okay. Sounds
So,
good.
yep. You're for this round, you cannot do anything force related. You are just force stunned.
What does lightsaber have to do with it? That's not. Does that count?
Nope, that is a physical attack.
Okay, sounds good.
But like
so just no force
throwing a
powers,
saber,
basically.
yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good.
Considering
it's one of those things you want to fail at. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. These things are known, and Ven, you know this, and Revan knows this. These are known as the Jedi killers. They are force eaters. in physical form.
Ooh, that would make sense why I might fail my cool check anyway then. Like, oh crap.
Mhm.
Fuck, I gotta protect Beery and Revan right now? Like,
Yeah. Ugh.
Just too much.
Okay, sounds cool. Thanks.
But that is his turn. It's still coming at you. Viri, you are up.
yeah, so kind of like her Ichani bloodline's taken over now with her instinct. She's just like, now this is a fight. She's gonna come like a blur past Del and Ven here, and she's gonna kind of like slide underneath the bats. So she's gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And as she's sliding under, she's going to activate both of her sabers and throw them at this beast at the same time and saber throw her 2 attacks. And then like kind of as she slides up on it, as they hit, she'll like grab them back and like be in melee afterwards. So I'll use
go ahead and
2
roll
of
me.
my destiny die from that one. And then
You can do it.
saber throws, just physical ones, just at range with destiny dice. Is that how that works?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. That is okay. Ooh, kind of better. Oh, that's right. And then I cancel out one of the ones. That's one of the perks that I bought with the HP. So each one only has one, if that makes sense.
Okay, the first one
So the
does
second
not
one
hit.
is a crit. Said the first one hits or no?
The first one does not hit, and neither does the second.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, that's
Jeez, we have to get above an 8. Oh my god, this is not gonna be good.
she like Viri's like, yeah, that was like a perfect throw, and then it just like I guess like hits off the armor and doesn't do anything. She just catches it like right up on it. It's like, ah, fuck. And that's her turn.
Alrighty. So Matt is AFK. Rob,
I'm back. Sorry.
Okay, perfect timing. It is your turn, hun.
Okay. Question: how many destiny dice can we use in one go?
What was the max that I said?
I've been using no more than 2, but I don't know what the official ruling is.
I
think we
believe
said
you can't.
4.
Yeah, I was like 3 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah, let's say no more than 4.
Can I get 5? Because this is going to be cool if it works. No? Okay. So I'm going to use 4. Okay, so I need 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Del's going to try to tackle this motherfucker.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5.
Nope. As you kind of run to tackle it, it just kind of takes a hand and just kind of slaps you back to about here. Yeah, it's having none of it. Its eyes seem to actually kind of be trained on well, somebody. You're not sure yet, but you were in his way. Is that your turn then, Del?
So let's just see how much movement it took for me to get to there. Oh, I'm gonna motherfucker. I'm at 5, 10. So that would be my full action to try to tackle it What could I do as a minor action? That's my turn. I'm gonna aim my shield at it.
Okay. Io, it is now your turn.
All right. So he is pretty much blind to rage at this point. So he's going to run up to there. And we're going to use his frenzied attack because he's in a frenzy right now. So that upgrades, gives him a couple more die to make the hit with his sword. That does not hit. He's really not seeing straight right now. And then he's going to go in with his knife. What does that give him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to hit with the knife.
That hits. That does hit.
All right, that gives him a 75 because it crit too.
Ooh, let's go, Io!
Shank it in the
He
ribs.
is still up. It is still up.
I totally expected it to be. Yeah.
It hurt, but he's still up.
And he's still very much snarling at it.
Alrighty. Mira, it is your turn, dear. Unless Rob is still AFK. I believe he's still AFK. Yep. So let's go ahead and take a brief break before we continue this combat.
Yes.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm excited to actually have a reason for him to use his frenzied attack now. Because it makes sense for him to use it.
Right?
That's good times.
You can tell Lucy's character is in pain because she's cackling so much.
I know, right? Yep. We'll take just kind of a quick couple-minute break. Let everyone kind of
Yeah,
absorb what happened.
Yeah, I had to rewrite my notes for some reason. I guess I pressed cancel last time instead of save, like for the beginning half
Oh
of the game.
no!
No, they were all like super good, like commentary on what's been going on. I was like, dang it. So
Well, I look forward to reading them. Whenever they're complete. In the meantime, I'll be right back.
let you know.
I is back.
Made it back just for break.
Yay!
And half of us totally missing on like crits and 5 and 6s on this guy. I think it takes 8 or 9 to hit.
Oh boy.
So, oh yeah, so that escalated pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like in an in-canon game, why she wasn't paying attention last week.
Viri was distracted by other things.
You guys did pretty good with like imagining her like I don't know. There's some like big chair that she'd jump on and stuff like that, and some of the stuff that she was doing. I was like, nice. She would have thrown in a few one-liners just to fuck you, Del, fuck you, Mira, but everything else is pretty good. I tried to give my live commentary in the group while I was listening to the game right before this.
Wait, she would have said "fuck you, Mira."
Yeah, Mira said something right after Dell did, and so like it was a back-to-back. I tagged you guys in it. I forget where I wrote it.
Oh
Game
boy.
planning. Let's see. Yeah, so Dell did something like. Wait, no, was that it? Oh.
I'm back.
Oh yeah. I know Vera was making fun of the fact that Dell spilled the beans, and she was like, "Growth." It wasn't me. And then, gosh, where is it? I wrote it down. Maybe it's. Oh, okay. So, yeah, Dell said something about like, well, Veery and focused is something that never goes hand in hand. And I was like, fuck you, Dell. I can be focused whatever I what? Oh, look at that. That's a cool flower. Anyways, I'll be focused on kicking your ass. And then Mira, like afterwards, someone said something like as a sister. And then Mira's like, I don't think of her like a sister. And so like Veery's already mad. I was like, she totally would have been like, Mira, you don't think of me as a sister? Well, fuck all y'all. And then like would go running off, still like filming the the woods. Like thinking like you were saying she doesn't think of her like family. You know what I mean? Not in the whole understanding how you actually said it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
How
then you just
does
talk.
Mira feel about Viri? We're gonna have to find out in episode 52.
I do not want that to happen. I am 100% know Veery's going to be an asshole about it and a dick, and I'm not excited for that. Because she's just oblivious to how Mira feels. And like, oh, poor Veery. Veery would not know how to handle that. Ugh.
Even with all that force sight, you can't even see what the fuck is going on.
Nope.
Someone's gonna turn around. Girl, you're more blind than I am.
I was like, excuse me. I take offense to that as he's like standing in a corner staring at it.
You just see Veery's mind like, is Aya? Nah, that's just an expression. You're funny, Del.
Oh, I can't wait for the day she finds out. That one shot just killed me.
Lying us?
The one shot that's what, 10 years, 12 years later? Is it more than that? I don't remember.
It was like 10 years or so. Alrighty. So now that everyone's back, Mira, it is your turn.
It's my turn and my mouth is full. Damn.
Swallow faster.
I was trying. Well, Mira is safely up here, not gonna move because it sounds terrifying out there. There was this guttural like screech, and right before that, there was some really weird, like evil sounding laughter. And I'm not sure what any of that was. But Hawk's gonna come up here and shoot at this thingy.
I can't blame Mira for hiding.
One,
Nope.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would be 7 total.
Nope.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. back to 3, goes up to 8 total
That'll hit.
for 36.
Beat the motherfucker down.
It is still up, but it's starting to kind of hurt now.
Good.
That's it.
Okay. So for these guys, then when your kind of force powers were negated, the hold on them stopped. Instead of attacking you guys, they take off as soon as this creature is here, so they are no longer in combat.
They get the hell out of Dodge.
Hmm.
Fly away.
Get out of here.
Right?
Run
Yep. So
away!
they are gone. And it is now your turn, Ven.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to just kind of like feel that force power drain out of me and kind of like shake my head a bit and kind of glance over at Revan, and see that there's a still kind of an opening towards her. I'm gonna go off and immediately like block that off, and then try and hit him.
Do it.
Woo!
Ooh.
That's a lot of sixes. I don't think I hit still.
1, 2,
2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Goes back down to 9 with 3 6s. So I think that's a crit.
That hits. That hits, and I'm pretty sure that's a crit.
Awesome. So that'd be 40.
Including
How do you want
the
to do
10?
this?
Ooh.
Hey.
I'm going to, how big is it? Like how many feet tall?
It is, as you're standing next to it, probably close to 10 feet tall.
Okay. I'm going to like run up to it and then just give this like like almost this like twirl where I like sweep up from like starting at the like his knee like all the way up through his stomach up through to the jawline, just this huge gash, and then it just falls.
Yeah. Show him your compassion, Ben.
All right, yeah. As soon it just lets out this guttural roar as its dark green blood just kind of spews out of its mouth onto the ground and gives this death rattle before it just collapses in a large thud onto the ground. And immediately after, it is dead quiet around all of you. But you are now officially out of combat.
Does
Okay.
I recognize this thing?
No.
He hasn't seen this particular one before, has he?
Nope. Not this particular one. This one seems to be younger than the one that he's already seen.
Still enraged, he's going to kind of keep hacking at it. Well, just like he's so angry at it. He's just hacking away at its body. Just snarling and like he's just so upset. And he really
Like,
doesn't stop until
over.
there's like just mush where he was attacking, and then he just like moves off by himself.
Yeah. As soon as that happens, Revan kind of looks at all of you and she goes, I think we need to take a little bit of a breather, recuperate from that. And she kind of glances at you then, before she goes on, that eventful moments. And then she'll kind of go over to the comms and go, Mira, it's Revan. It's safe now. Where are you? Um, she will hear that and kind of chuckle to herself and reach out through the forest and see where you are. Then, as soon as you had killed the monster, you felt everything force-wise come back to you in a hard hit. As your force senses were no longer dulled.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, so she probably just kind of takes a deep breath in and then looks at all of the weird things that are happening, like with Io having a little
Viri's giving Ben a look
meltdown.
like what the fuck's going on with Io? Like that's weird, isn't it? Like okay, as if nothing happened to her.
Yeah. What's more pressing? I guess I would. What is Io doing right now?
Hold on. I'll tap on what he's doing.
Oh, how perfect. Well, in the meantime, I'll just look at Viri and be like, so what was that happened?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. This is what is this thing? It's like a vagina monster. What is this called?
Oh dear God.
What is it called? A
Alright.
Terran something?
A Tyrant.
And Terran.
Oh.
It's a Tyrantrak. They tend to drain the force or block the force from force users. It's dangerous.
Yeah, it felt kind of weird.
Yeah.
Kind of like kicks it.
So, but what?
Is I okay?
What? I'm waiting for Io to type.
I'll type it as fast as I can. Yo, jeez. Patience.
It's just Viri just deflecting, like, oh, nothing's wrong with me, but look at that. Like, that's weird.
Yeah, I honestly, and the more she's deflecting, the more Ben will literally like take her by the arm and like put her like over here. Like we're talking.
What's going on? Sorry, I know I didn't get the hit on the last one, but you got through its armor.
No, very.
It's like distracting it.
What was the lightning that came out of your finger?
Yeah. I don't know. That was really cool, wasn't it? It was like, I don't know. I was trying to force push it, and then like I was kind of freaking out, and I was like, why did you teach me that one?
Because lightning is typically not a good thing to know.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. Normally, lightning is associated with the powers that dark side users use, and it's typically associated with hatred, but I didn't feel hatred from you, which is strange. Hatred and that power tend to go hand in hand, so the fact that it didn't is strange.
So that's like a bad power to have.
Well, I don't know. I think we should figure it out. I didn't see you. I mean, you didn't feel hatred, did you? You said I felt fear from you. Was that what you were feeling?
Kind of. And you can sense in her like this adrenaline coursing through her right now. Like this battle, like joy of like getting into the battle and stuff like that, and just like that adrenaline running through her. Yeah, she'll just be like, I don't really know. I wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
It's just fucking cool. Then she just looks up to you and she just goes, I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know if you need to apologize for something you don't know what happened. I'm just, I suppose, cautious about it. But maybe Revan might know something. We'll
I
look
don't want to
into
be a
it.
bad Jedi, though.
Well, you didn't use hatred to fuel it, so
Okay.
that doesn't make you a bad Jedi. What happened? I just want to make sure that it would be something that's safe. We can, when we get back after this, get back to the Peachy Keen, maybe we can try and figure it out a little more.
So it's a little confused, a little deflated, but like understanding. Nods,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
A little pouty, but whatever. Like, I thought you think it was cool, but okay. No, she understands. She understands.
Yeah.
She's not being a little kid about it or anything.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Io's paragraph has come through.
Oh! No!
Oh,
I also am giggling at that you wrote a response to the Terran, whatever it's called, Terran Tech.
Terentatic.
Tech. Yeah, so I guess we could go back to the group if Viri seems like she doesn't have any more questions.
she's just kind of looking at her hand. Like, she probably stays by your side, like behind you.
Sure. I guess I'll just say to her walk back. I'll just be like, think about what it felt like, and just try and analyze.
Super cool.
Why not?
Emotions.
It felt
right.
super cool. Yeah, your emotions. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe where you've even seen that before. I haven't even seen that color. Very puzzling.
I've never seen someone do this before.
Well, I have plenty of scars with it, so lots. We'll see.
Yeah, she cringes at that one, knowing what that means.
She said it super matter-of-factly, too. Like, she wouldn't even think about what a reaction would be. It's just like, I have this. And then she almost looks like she feels bad after Viri cringes. And then she just kind of pats her on the shoulder. She's like, come on, let's go.
I think Miri puts her hands in her pocket and is just like walking, like thinking, like, oh, these are like dangerous weapons now. Like,
Oh no.
How am I going to give people high fives?
right? Oh, she's gonna be so afraid now. Like, E.T.
Poor thing.
I'd love to shake your hand,
Yeah.
but I'd probably electrocute you.
Looks like
It's
Ben still needs
Sith
some
hand.
voice hug lessons.
Yeah,
Apparently.
she did good. She did good. Veer didn't pout. She's not dragging a gun behind her or anything like that. I'm fine. I don't need it. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So meanwhile, while you're doing that, Del and Revan are talking. To your question, Del, Revan kind of takes a breath, and she goes, they're nicknamed Jedi killers, but they're Trudge. They attack Force users. They seem to attain life from it, so they kind of targeted those of us who use the Force.
So, everyone but me and Mira. Or, well, yeah, I think so, right?
I totally was not afraid at all.
Mira, where are you?
But I'm standing right over here by Revan.
Oh, you're cloaked. Right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, fortunately, there was more of us than it, so that wasn't a difficult fight. And as she's talking, you notice still her attention kind of wavers, and she looks off to the direction that Aya went. Uh, and she goes, gi- give me a few moments. And she is going to just kind of, without even letting you argue, she is going to make her way over to Io.
Poor Io.
You're in for it now, buddy.
Mama Jedi is on the way.
She'll find him just kind of like sitting on his knees with his head hanging low and his fists on the ground as his weapons are just kind of scattered around him.
She'll get a few feet away before she kind of makes herself known. She doesn't say anything, but you kind of see out of the peripheral like her force signature. She doesn't say anything because she already knows she's smart, and she just kind of kneels down, or yeah, she kind of gets on her knees beside you and kind of sits back on her heels. And she doesn't say anything for a moment while she looks at you before she goes, Io, are you all right?
He's like quiet for a moment, as though he's thinking about whether or not to answer. Before finally he just sighs and he's like, wasn't the right fucking one.
You've encountered them before.
Yes.
Well, I can't promise you will find the one that you're looking for. I just ask you don't throw your life away for it.
I can't promise anything.
You have a family to live for, though.
He just kind of like gives sort of like a half shrug.
She'll kind of take part of her robe and does the mom thing where she just kind of wipes off a little bit of blood that's on your cheek. And she goes, whether or not you like to say it, I know everyone means a lot to you. And they'll help you. Just, you have to ask sometimes.
I'm not very good at that.
You
With
know,
an artist.
I never was one to ask for help either. In hindsight, it probably would have worked a little bit better in some cases, but you learn to eventually just talk to the people you care about. Even if you don't ask, they'll still volunteer.
Hmm. He kind of gives like a sort of half nod. He's a little tired now.
Like, maybe I believe you.
She'll kind of nod in return and go quiet. And she just kind of looks you over. It's not invasive or anything, just kind of looking at you. Before eventually, she just kind of goes, still with the calm tone. She just speaks, no offense, but I think you might want to wash up in the river.
He kind of looks down and like to him, he just like looks totally white with all the blood that was on him. I guess I should. Don't want to be attracting anything else to us.
That would be advisable, and honestly, Torrent Tech Corps stink, don't really want to walk beside you if you continue to smell like that. No offense.
Oh, she said you were stinky.
Grinning.
He just gives another small nod as he picks up his weapons and gets to his feet.
She'll get up and just kind of, she'll pat you on the shoulder and give kind of a small smile, and then just make her way back to the group without a word.
And I will just quietly head to the river.
Oh boy.
And what are the rest of you doing?
Standing behind your master, looking really awkward, as if they didn't have force lightning come out of their hands, and wondering what the rest of the group wants to do.
Fair.
That's fucking perfect. I love it so much. That's so great.
Do we see anywhere of I guess like if we are waiting for Io to like come back, I guess I'd kind of be wanting to poke around the area and see like, does it look like this thing traveled far? Like, did we encounter like its lair anywhere near here, or does it seem like we more just caught it wandering? You know?
Yeah, from what you're able to tell, you just kind of caught it while it was out wandering about. It seemed to detect the force users in your group, and the force signatures drew it in.
Okay. So I'll say to Revan, how many of these things have you encountered down here? Is there more we should be aware of?
She tilts her head and kind of rolls her eyes up to the sky as she counts. Kind of verbally speaking to herself. Well, there was that one with the blade in it. 2 in the... No, that was Corbin. About 3 or 4 that I encountered down here, but I couldn't tell you how many exactly are down here.
Right, of course. Well, it probably would be smart to keep an eye out. It did succeed in blocking me from just a little bit, so be careful. And I kind of look to Viri, because Revan obviously knows, so I don't need to tell her.
Yeah. Revan will nod regardless.
So polite.
But as you guys are kind of waiting for Io, eventually the silence starts to slowly fade back into the natural sounds you've kind of become accustomed to already. It seems like the less violent creatures immediately dispersed as soon as the combat had happened, and now that it's ended, they've kind of returned back to their natural states. But there is a lot of bloody corpses on the ground, so all of you know it's probably not a good idea to stay here very long.
Io quietly rejoins the group.
Guys, I don't think this is a good place to be. I don't like this planet anymore.
Oh.
Aww.
Sorry, Mira. We'll keep you
It's
safe.
super scary.
Can Io like pick up one of the bat corpses and save that for dinner later?
Jesus.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh boy.
I mean, if you
Just see
want to
Barry.
grab a predator.
Damn.
What?
Quick question, because I wasn't here for it. Who took the thing down?
Then.
Okay. So can Dell quickly, like, I don't know how big this thing's like I'm gonna call it a crown because that's as best as I can describe it if I look closely at it. But can we like take it apart in a way? Like take the head off. Let me draw it out.
Oh,
So just this bit here.
Oh.
It's like not the entire head, but that section where it like spikes outwards. Could Del
no.
like cut that off, if at all?
We're gonna move Dove around to the front because Mira's gonna hide her face with Dove, and nope.
Would that be okay?
Honestly, I don't think that would work very well. It's hard. It's very difficult. You would be at it for hours trying to carve any dent into it.
Perhaps a lightsaber?
If you can convince your companions who have lightsabers.
Del's gonna look at Revan.
Why
He
do you
doesn't need
want
to
its
say anything. He
head?
just looks at
Why do you want its head?
It's sort of like you're asking him a very personal question, so he sort of like just looks away a bit, but like keeps like trying to look at Revan.
That's super grody, Del.
Revan will just kind of heave a sigh and just give you this look, Del, like, really?
And
Before
messy.
her blood, it's just kind of ignite, and she walks over to it, and it does take a little bit, but courtesy of the lightsaber cauterizing the blood, there is no blood spillage. So probably about 15-20 minutes of her working at it diligently. It'll work.
Okay. So while that's happening, Del's gonna basically try to set up a perimeter. If Io doesn't walk away, Del's gonna go on the radio. Io, get your ass back here, please. Thank you.
Excuse me.
I like how he said please at the end still.
Should be holding on to.
Doesn't want to be by y'all.
He can stay.
Revan
just-
will keep pulling him back as he keeps going forward. She will just kind of, as she's working, reach her hand out, and all of a sudden you just go gliding back.
Io, just stay within like 20 feet of the group at least.
That's acceptable. Just stop wandering off, damn it. Look, she will mom all of you except for Ven, because Ven is the well-behaved child.
Hey, Mandalorian boy. I'm not saying this in character, obviously. What would I know why you would want this thing?
Mandalorian.
I kind of want that to be in character, though.
If I was playing a different character, maybe.
So, from what you know about Mandalorians, it is in their like sort of belief that if a opponent basically bests them and they still manage to bring it down, they take a trophy as like a reminder that this was worthy of, you know, a good fight. It was a good fight. That's sort of what he's doing. He's taking a trophy from the creature.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. I wouldn't object then. I was just wondering what it was and if, you know.
He's not
What
doing
she was
anything
doing.
weird with it. Don't.
Oh, for
don't-
sure, yeah. But it was more like figuring out, is this like her weighing, is this a waste of time or not? But if it's a, you know, if it's kind of important, but it's like, okay, so she's fine.
Yeah, culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a culturally important thing.
Yeah, so that's fine. No problem.
Because this thing literally just batted him aside like it was a fly. So he's like, "Ow! I want a piece of this motherfucker."
I mean, His head might prove it's a useful shield.
Why his head? You could just take like a claw or something.
Claws can be shed. Oh no, this is not him. Shit. Okay, speaking in character. Claws can be shed and lost. Creatures like these, they'll probably go through about 24, losing them in battle, especially if they fight each other. I don't know much about them, but I really hope there's not any more around.
But
if you take the head, that'll prove something.
the head's really gross, and then where are you gonna put it? And then it's gonna start rotting and stuff, and it'll make the whole ship smell really bad.
Well, not really focusing on the insides. I can harvest it and keep the carapace. And he sort of like knocks on the armor. I'll keep that. Clean it all out.
Veery kind of like leans over to Mira and she goes, "Don't worry, remember we have a lot of like air fresheners in the ship now because like Io doesn't always shower all the time, so you know we'll be okay."
Well, are you gonna carry it with you the whole time that we're going out there? It seems
Yeah.
like it would get really heavy.
He'll be able
I'll
to
be
do it.
fine. Thank you.
Are you grabbing all of them?
No,
You
Just
know,
this
like
one.
trophies from the bats.
that's a good point, actually. I didn't think about that.
Oh my gosh.
Can we just
Wow.
go?
Del, as you say that, there is a little rock that hits your helmet, and you just kind of see out of the corner of your eye Revan's hand lifted up.
Don't worry, it's not going to take as long as what you're doing.
Again, another rock goes tink against your helmet, like right where your
What we're
forehead is.
doing, we're moving. We're going right now.
Oh my
As they all
gosh.
move in
I
sync.
love that.
Dell's basically going to cut the... Can I see the bats again for a quick second? Like a picture?
Nope.
See what would be harvestable.
No.
Thank you. Yeah, he's going to take the skull. So he's going to chop it off at the...
Why
where
is
the
it
neck
always the
meets the skull.
head?
Because it proves you killed it.
A wing could belong to anything with a bat wing, but the head, who?
Who are you trying to prove it
I like-
to?
I like go over to Mira and I'm like, Mira, I just learned it's really not worth it questioning Mandalorians. Just let them do their thing and they'll be happy.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it would take that long. He's just going to go with the sword, take the head off, attach it to his belt.
About the time you're finally done with that, Revan is done with her duty, and she just kind of puts her lightsaber back on her belt and kind of levitates this big ass head that is bigger than the width of your chest. Still, it's huge, and she just kind of levitates it over to you, and she just goes, "Here, Mandalorian boy."
So it's about like 3 feet wide,
Mm-hmm.
about 3-4 feet tall.
Good luck carrying it.
There we
You
go.
can
That
carry
It
it
is
works
easily.
huge.
for her saying Mandalorian boy.
You're
Right?
carrying a mini fridge.
They're not that heavy. Wait, depends on the mini fridge.
Yeah,
We might have
this is a
different
beefy thing.
definitions. Because a British mini fridge and an American mini fridge could be different.
American
Dell's gonna
mini
carry
fridge.
it. Ah, yeah. So Dell's still going to carry it.
It's like 70 pounds.
That's not
Yeah,
bad.
it's pretty heavy.
He's going to carry it.
While we're walking, actually, no, she wouldn't. No, she's too. Damn it. Dang it. Veery's too much like worried about using the force at this point. Never mind. I was gonna have Veery like force way down the head on Dell while he's carrying it, just a little bit to fuck with him. But I don't think she.
Dell has maxed out brawn. I don't know what that means, but it should mean something.
I know, but just like to me, like, wow, this feels like it's getting heavier and heavier. Like, but yeah,
Is Mirror hanging off of this thing? What the hell? He's gonna like get rope and attach it to his back as he walks with it. He's not gonna be able to use two-handed weapons because he's still gonna hold on to bits, but he's gonna pull out his shotgun. No, he's gonna keep his sword out. That's a better idea.
I
So
was
is it like
moving out.
Is it like dragging on the ground behind you, Del, or?
Oh god. I don't know if you know this, but a lot of the time, shields in medieval times had it so you could like put them on your back normally. Like they'd have like a cross bit of leather that you literally like wear, and you can carry it on your back.
Okay.
But
As
this is not
you're
shield.
carrying it,
This is giant weird skull.
Yep. That again could act like
Yeah.
a shield.
it's a little awkward. Because it is, not a solid angle shape. It is a little bit awkward, especially to navigate through the forest, but or jungle, I guess. But you are able to eventually kind of find your groove on how to step to kind of counteract it.
Dale's used to carrying awkward stuff on his back. Mandalorian training.
Mm,
But also,
Carrying a
he's
dead
kind of
body.
the pack
I bet.
horse.
I bet.
Throughout this like walk, we like people in the party should be like, Del, can you carry this too? And this keep piling it on.
Turns into the pack mule that he is.
Yeah. JK.
Really?
For sure.
Just
But-
for sure.
Yep, but you guys are able to kind of slowly make your way through the forest. It gets to be fairly dark. Well, darker than it was. You presume by now it's about 9 or 10 o'clock at night. You've been walking for a while. Even you, Del, have to kind of admit you're starting to get tired. It's at this point that Revan kind of points out this hollowed out fallen log. And she goes, there, we'll camp there. And as you kind of come up to it, this log looks like it could essentially be a house. It looks like it's just hollowed out in just this one area, so there's like a back wall. So you only have to focus on one area for watch of animals or anything of the like. No, you don't really run into any other creatures on the way here, but you do find at least this peaceful area. It's not that far away from a stream with fresh water. It's a decent area to at least camp out for the night.
Right, let's get a fire started. Anyone gonna help me? Oh yeah, help me make a fire. Pretty sure you and me are the only ones who know how to.
Again, a
Wow.
rock flicks right to your helmet.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Fury lights her
No.
saber, and, like puts it to a puts it to a tree, and it just starts like burning and lighting
Oh
on
my
fire.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just very quiet, and he's just off to the side.
Mira
Oh,
just
it's
pulls a
so-
magnesium torch out of her bag and then starts a fire on the ground. Just-
As we start like 10 different forest fires to prove Del wrong.
Ben just Ben probably just gives him a look like, "Are you serious?" But she doesn't feel the need to prove him wrong.
He's gonna make basically a small bonfire, using what he can. Basic survival.
Revan will kind of reach out through the force and take, some, basically Katara type moves and bring water over to the fires that Mira and Viri started and just splash them to disintegrate them so they do not burn down the whole planet.
Theory would have put it out with the Force before it got anywhere.
It would have been a small stream of water that playfully splashed her. Because that's how Revan do.
Yeah.
Revan would not have done that to Mira, though, because Mira's had a rough day. She would have been very, very nice to Mira. But she's going to be a playful little shit to Viri.
How wide is the entrance to the log?
Mira never got hit or even attacked. But still, Mira
she
had a rough day.
Yeah. The entrance would be about like a double doorway wide.
Okay. So would you say that this thing being like 3 feet wide, like 4 feet wide, 3 feet tall, would cover a good portion of that?
Oh yeah, it would do pretty good to kind of block for the most part.
Just give it a bit of cover.
Yeah.
While they're building a fire and stuff, I would probably be making kind of going along the lines of the wood or of the forest or whatever, like making sure that there isn't anything that might attack us or sneak up on us.
Okay. As you guys are kind of prepping to camp, Revan is kind of in the middle of where your camp is, and she sits down cross-legged and appears to be meditating.
There was just an enormous boom of thunder, and I pulled off my headphones and realized there's a massive rainstorm happening right now outside my house.
Oh.
In that case, so yeah, as Revan's meditating, for you who are Force users, recognize this move. She is shielding the whole of the camp. As she completes it, all of a sudden a thunderstorm hits, and everybody who is not under the log just gets doused in cold rain.
For sure, I was out. It's so cold.
I'm just following Ben around.
Really?
They was like huddled over the fire trying to light it and shit, and then suddenly just. At least the fire didn't get wet. At least the fire fucking shake. He sort of like shakes like a dog. His hair's all wet.
I just like very slowly looks up at the sky as like the rain's falling on him. But he's used to rain.
Revan will kind of use her hand up to kind of use force to deflect the raindrops, so she stays dry. And she'll
Force umbrella.
basically, yeah. And she'll just kind of gesture with her free hand for all of you to get into the log for the evening.
Well, as soon as the rain started, Mira ran inside, holding Dove above her head like a newspaper.
Aww.
Yeah.
Does Dove make confused droid noises?
Probably.
Or is this not the first time she's been used this way?
Probably not. It's probably happened multiple times in the past. Dove's used to it.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
I was just gonna say when the rain hits, Ven's probably like halfway through looking around, and she just kind of glances up and then just keeps going. And she won't come back until she feels like the place is okay. But then eventually she comes back. Apparently Viri is trailing around behind
At your side. Yep.
her.
Like a little puppy right now.
Adorable.
Dale's gonna give like the fire a bit of cover, like use leaves to to redirect the water from going into it. This time he has his helmet on.
He's learned.
He's learned. He didn't learn to empty it out before putting it on, though.
Well, you know, a little water never hurt anybody.
Hmm.
But yeah, as you guys are kind of preparing for resting, do you guys kind of discuss watch tactics or?
Hawk is in sentry mode. So Mira's going to sleep.
That works.
Still using her blanket.
No.
Yeah, so I'll just say we probably should have someone awake.
I'll
all the
take
time
watch.
soon. Yeah, I can take one as well.
Beer's out.
Revan will kind of look at Io before she looks at you two. She goes, "I'll cover the last watch. Don't worry about me."
Does she look pretty tired or does she look okay?
She looks kind of tired, but her doing the last watch, you think she'll be fine.
Okay. So, yeah, so Ben just
So-
nods. It's okay.
Are they in like a giant hollow log that's like fallen over on its side?
Yes.
Okay. I was kind of like sitting, so he's kind of propped up against that, staring out one of the openings. He's awake or asleep, nobody can tell.
He exists. That is all we know.
Everyone might think he's asleep because he hasn't moved in a while. But it takes him a long time before he falls asleep. Which I still don't know how he sleeps. How do you sleep when you have no eyes? It's such a weird thought.
I know, right?
Yeah, no, it's a
okay.
long time before he actually sleeps.
What's his like energy or not energy? What's his like emotions that are coming from him right now?
Ios?
Yeah.
Extremely deep pain.
Oh, B, no.
Like emotional pain. There was anger at one point, but it's kind of faded now.
Okay. At one point, probably like I would go check and if you're saying he's really still, who knows if he's asleep? I would probably go up and see if he's actually asleep. That's where you gotta tell me if he's actually asleep. Because I don't know.
It depends on how early you go and check on him.
Probably like 30 minutes after we established that people should get some sleep and take a watch. I feel like Del, are you gonna take the first watch because you're harvesting your
Yeah.
head? Okay.
Dale's basically taking the
Harvesting your
first
head.
watch.
Okay. I'll take the second one.
Okay.
So it'd be like before she went to sleep, but she'd just check and see. So it'd be like maybe 30 minutes after.
Yeah, he's still awake, but
Okay.
he's not really talking to anybody.
I guess I would probably just like stand beside him and just say pretty like quietly like, are you all right?
He just gives like the most minutest little shrug of one shoulder.
Uh, I guess you've seen these things before.
He gives a little nod.
It's given me so much to work with.
He's
Yeah, so
processing.
Oh, I know. So she'll just say, do you need someone to listen to you, or do you need to be alone?
He just very quietly whispers alone.
Okay. So yeah, so she'll just like
Like,
kinda,
I'm asleep.
yeah. Stop bothering me. Yeah, so she'll just say, well, if you need someone to talk to, just ask. And then she'll leave and go to sleep.
Dale's gonna like put some of the meat in like some airtight bags after he cooks it. He's gonna taste a bit himself. And before you ask, he's left the brain for Io. Raw.
I wasn't going to ask, but good information.
That was on the tip of all of our tongues. Oh,
But what did you do with the brain?
we have to know.
Does it? By the way, does it actually sound like it's rain? Like, does the fan bother you guys, or
No.
is it actually good?
No, it's fine.
All right. But yeah, he's gonna try the meat. What's it taste like?
It's got kind of this almost barbecue, sweet honey flavor at the
Ooh.
surface, but then it kind of turns almost into the savory, like a really good steak heartiness. So it starts off like this sweet smoky and goes into the sweet to the savory, and then the final notes are actually kind of citrusy, very very tart.
That actually sounds really nice.
What a flavor adventure.
Dale just looks and goes, "This is the best shit I've had in a while. Wonder if they hunt these things. They do hunt these things. What am I saying? Do they?
I think he's the only one up because everyone else is asleep.
Yeah, he's talking
Actually,
to himself.
as you say that, Del, Revan comes up behind you, and she goes, "Actually, they do hunt them, but it's not as successful as you might think."
It's a shame.
Well, they are pretty difficult to kill. So
Didn't take Viri that much.
Ben.
Ben, sorry.
You didn't do shit on that thing.
Yeah, he's gonna say didn't take Ven that much.
Revan kind of smirks, and she actually sits down by you, Del, and she goes, "Well, neither did running face first into it."
I had a plan.
What, headbutting it?
Close. Tackling it. 400 pounds of weight smacking into you around 25 miles an hour. I'll put you on your ass. Just next time the object needs to remind itself that the thing can bat you out of the way before you climb it.
Yeah, it kind of sucks when your harebrained schemes go askew, doesn't it?
Yeah.
She'll kind of chuckle and just kind of lean her shoulder into you and just lean against you for a moment. before she goes. I'm glad you didn't get hurt by it, though.
Me too. This sort of reminds me of the old days, doesn't it? The old missions.
Yeah. Yeah, hard day of fighting, and then just unwinding at camp, sharing stories, bullshitting.
You and I had very different memories then. Chuckles and gets the last of the meat out. Like,
I mean,
saves a lot of the... Go on.
Oh, no, go ahead.
He basically has this large bag, like a shopping bag, that can be sealed, like, full of the cooked meat. He has this smaller bag for Io in the morning. He's sort of still nomming on the piece that he cut for himself.
You just have to try every animal on every planet, don't you?
This is the way.
You know, just when I think I don't understand you, you end up surprising me.
Because I'm more like you than you thought.
Scarily so. That's okay, though. I like having someone around who knows me so well.
Yeah. Go on, have the last of it, and then go to bed. Oh, go to sleep if you can. My first watch.
If it helps, I put a shield over us so we won't get ambushed by that thing or anything like it.
If this thing senses the Force, might come for us, but if it at least gets a face full of shield, then I'll be happy to have that as a warning.
I'll Hawk's out there too, so if you're firing, you know there's a problem. But it won't detect us. It'll be like there's nothing there to them, so they'll just walk right past.
Or walk right through.
Usually,
Just-
the absence of the ability to sense something deters animals.
That's true. Right, stop talking. I know what you're doing. You're distracting me. Go on. Go sleep.
It is not my fault that you were very easy to distract. And she just kind of takes the meat from you, leans up, gives you a friendly kiss on the cheek, and then heads back.
Never gonna get used to that.
Alrighty, so yeah, for your watch still, for the most part, there's nothing that happens. I mean, it's very peaceful. Just like previously, you just hear the sounds of the animals around you. You see the luminescent plants. No animal really comes close to the camp. You can kind of observe them, maybe watching you guys from a distance, but they don't close the gap or come in any further. It's fairly quiet by the time your watch is over with.
Dell is gonna wait longer until he really feels like he's gonna fall asleep. Then he'll wake up. Then. And when he does, he sort of uses the head to block off the door. And he's gonna sit right by it with a rifle in hand.
Like, and that's how he's gonna fall asleep.
It's habit. He's like gonna hold it in a way that more Rob would know what I'm talking about. Rob?
Yep.
What? Oh,
Basically,
yeah.
it's the habit of falling asleep with your gun either in your hands or really close to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, cute mirror, uncute, very.
Yeah, Mira's snoring adorably, and then Viri is straight up doing that ugly, like wall rattling snore. 100%
In your mirror.
Normally, you guys don't hear it in the back of a ship. Not when you're in the same room.
Does that mean we just can't hear Mira over top of Viri?
Basically,
If you're close
yeah.
enough, you can. Other than that, no.
Yeah, I probably use the watch just to. I mean, obviously I'm watching, but kind of absently, like working on my lightsaber, and just thinking.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the benefit of the Force on your side. That kind of helps, so that while you're kind of looking at the lightsaber, you kind of have like the third eye going type of looking around.
Mm-hmm.
As you do, though, you kind of feel like at the very tip of your senses, like as far out as they can reach, you feel like faint tendrils kind of brushing against it. It's faint enough that you know that what you're feeling is not feeling you through the Force. But there's the faint hint that you're walking towards a similar path that your husband has walked. So you're fairly close to where he has been, but you don't sense him on this planet either. There just seems to be this residual Force aura of where he has
Yeah,
walked.
sure. Can I? Is there any way I could kind of like hone in on that and see if I can find any more information, even about like what his emotional state might have been like, or anything like that?
Yeah, when you kind of hone in on that and focus on it and the familiarity of it, the Force signature was that of, at the surface, it started out very, just passion and eagerness and excitement. And then it started to go into obsession and deeper passion, and then frustration, and then anger. And then the deeper you go, you start getting glimpses through the Force of a red saber going up against a teenager's face, just lost in horror. This teenage human male, um, with eyes that should have been so bright to hold the future, just a flash of red, and your vision snaps back, and that's the last thing you're able to tell from the tendrils before it just kind of goes back into the now.
Cool. Yeah, so would I know, or would I have recognized that face, or no? Too quick to tell?
The more that you focus on it, the more that you recall what you have seen, the more you realize that that is a Padawan that has recently gone missing. This particular Padawan happens to be the Padawan of Layara.
Ooh. Okay. Does our technology work at sending messages down here, or is it pretty not available right now?
Signal booster in my bag.
I don't even know what you said.
Wow. Snore communication.
I know, right?
Snore, 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 snore. Signal booster in my bag. Snore, 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 snore,
Oh, I
snore.
don't know what you know that.
Yeah. I mean, without a signal booster, without something to at least bolster the signal in some form, it would take a while to get a message out to the point where you'd probably be back to the surface by the time the message was received.
Okay, sounds good. I'll just wait on it then. And she probably looks pretty deeply disturbed with that whole recognition, and she just kind of mutters like, "Sorry, what are you doing?" And then she will spend the rest of the time working on that whole force wall thing between them. It's very motivating.
Okay. In the meantime, as that's happening, Viri,
You asshole.
your dreams are pretty bare. I mean, they're not very eventful at first. But about the time that Ven's kind of reaching out and following this forest trail, you start your dream starts to change from nothingness to like something is fading into picture. There's this vision of you just kind of running along this path. On one side of you is this beautiful ocean view. The waves are rolling against the sand, and the sun is just starting to set, so there are beautiful hues of purple and gold and yellow, and it is just so peaceful. It brings your heart joy to see this. But in your peripheral, you turn to the other side, and the orange hues just kind of follow you before you see a forest up in flames. Animals that are burning are running away from the fire in pain. People are running from their burning down homes, and children are crying for their mothers, getting lost in the panic. And as you focus on this, just the horror and fear of it starts to manipulate you, and you just kind of get overwhelmed with it. And suddenly, a part of the flames just kind of swirl, and you see them just part in this wave, and a figure doused in shadow walks forward. Your whole body goes cold, and the blood in your veins just turn to ice. And as you look at this person, you just hear a maniacal laugh explode out of this person, and this female voice calls out to you in a very sing-song, taunting way. "Oh, Viri, you're so silly. You know you can't handle me." And the last thing that you see before the stream ends is Yara's face in front of you. Red eyes. Just her face split into a grin. Eyes wide, she looks chaotic and insane and delighted. And then her face turns to yours and it goes black. And that is where we will end tonight's session.